So this guy, Vitaly, he for a while was doing these like videos about catching predators. And there's a lot of people that do videos about catching predators. And I am in general in favor of the gotta catch 'em all predator videos. And I'm okay. I feel like it is a net good, but not all of the people who do it are achieving a net good, right? Like I've talked to like Jadion about this, and like I think what he does is great, and some of the other guys that do this, I totally support them. But there's some people that do it just for a reason. They're looking for like a person that they can beat up on and attack, right? So yeah, he got arrested in the Philippines, and he is fucked.
This scumbag IRL influencer can now be facing up to multiple decades in prison in the Philippines, all because he live streamed himself harassing strangers in the street, mall security guards, and stealing multiple items, including a mall security bike. Obviously,
it's crazy that he decided to do that on something that's not just a complete PvE server. Like, you can do this in, like, Vermont. You can do this maybe in Germany. You can do this in Japan. But the Philippines? Didn't they elect Duterte? Huh. Bad call.
Talking about the case surrounding Vitaly, who's an American-Russian YouTuber who was one of the largest prank channels back in the day, who unfortunately lost his mind and ended up serving some time due to horrifically attacking a jogger in Miami. But recently,
police have released no motive for the attack. YouTube star arrested. Jeez.
He came back to the internet. And he's came back to the internet a few times, but in the most recent time, he decided to come back to the internet and essentially be a knockoff Johnny Somali for some reason.
So this guy thought that he was going to get away with going to the Philippines and taking a security or a police officer's patrol bike and then running away with it? In a way, this is... The thing is that with this guy, I actually think this is worse than Johnny Somali. Because Johnny Somali, you literally just listen to him or look at him talk for like 5 seconds, and you know this guy's a fucking idiot, right? And it's like at a certain point, do you really get mad at like a bird for flying into a window? Nah, it's a fucking bird. They're stupid. And Johnny Somali's just a fucking idiot. But this guy is not that big of an idiot. How did you think this was a good idea at all?
And in his comeback, he was definitely not wise when it comes to picking the country to be a nuisance at, the Philippines. I don't know why you would ever want to come to the Philippines and go live with the title, Disturbing the Peace in the Philippines.
Wait. That's like somebody robbing a bank and walking into the bank and it says, you know, bank robber. You know, like, I'm here, guys. It's me. It's a Galaxy Gas moment. How can you do this and not realize what you're going to get yourself into? This is amazing.
It's probably one of the last countries I would ever want to have that title in my stream, let alone go around and harass people and then steal multiple items while live streaming yourself doing so. It's like the influencer version of Darwinism. And his actions are definitely catching up to him.
He got naturally selected
now because he was just perp walked out in front of the entire country.
Oh.
Secretary John Vic Remulla will now make a statement.
Oh.
Yeah, the smirk he had during his arrest and mugshot, that's completely gone. Dude.
Yeah, I bet it is. You're not in Japan, homie. So, just so you guys understand, Duterte is the guy, I don't know if he's still the president, I have no idea. But the Philippines elected a guy whose plan was to just kill all the drug dealers. He's not. Yeah, he's in jail. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they ended up putting him in jail. So they elected this guy, and his plan was to deal with, how are we going to deal with all the drug dealers? Well, we're going to kill all of them. Period. And he put out a video a little bit before Christmas, and he said, Merry Christmas to everybody, especially the drug dealers, because it's going to be your last Christmas. And they voted for this guy. And you thought it would be a good idea to go into their country and cause trouble. Big mistake. Real big mistake.
He was warned multiple times. He didn't care. He just openly embraced going to jail in the Philippines on his stream.
Yeah.
And now he's in even more trouble than what I think he's ever been in his life.
Oh, yeah.
And that really, really sets the bar when you look at his situation that happened in Miami. Because if you have a horrific attack on...
I actually didn't know that was him. I always assumed that was Ninja's. I didn't know what the real photo was. I assumed it was Ninja's face that was photoshopped onto it.
Your record, and somehow you're in more trouble than what you were then? Oh boy. So what are they charging him for?
Vitaly engaged in multiple disruptive and inappropriate acts, including
multiple disruptive, inappropriate acts.
Attempting to kiss and grab him.
Attempting to kiss and grab somebody? Oh. Okay, it's not so bad, but I don't know. Yeah. Ooh.
Trying to seize his service firearm. Taking videos.
Wait, he tried to seize... Wait, let me listen to that again.
Trying to seize his service firearm.
He's done. Bro, you're done. You're like, this is... Oh, man. Yeah. Are you kidding me? I can't believe it either. He tried to steal a cop's gun? That's crazy.
Taking videos of him without consent, mocking other security guards, and vlogging without a permit in BGC.
You need a permit to vlog?
Also, in Vitaly's latest video in BGC, nakita siyang sumasakay ng patrol motorcycle.
True.
Na walang abiso.
Oh, wow. There's just a whole plethora of charges here that can be disastrous for him.
Yeah.
They're also talking not just fully English. They're speaking tag-along with English, which I think they call Taglish. So I had to transcribe a lot of this to actually understand what is going on and then run it through ChatGPT and then have ChatGPT essentially tell me what they were saying. Yeah. So it's not fully spot on yet, but that's what happens when we're trying to break this news. So here we have, I guess, the charges against Vitaly, which aren't 100% set in stone from what I can tell.
I mean, you're trying to take an officer's gun. Like, I mean, do we really need another charge? Like, he said that one in English. I feel like that's the big one, isn't it? That's the real big one.
Kind of threw out a lot of the things that happened that they're investigating him for. So first you have unjust vexation, which is engaging in behavior that caused annoyance and distress to others. Then you have alarm and
fucking annoying.
Scandal, which is actions that disturb public peace and order. Then you had attempted theft, which was trying to unlawfully take a security guard's firearm. That's a serious charge. That is, you know, like, did this happen?
Bro, if he did this in America, there's a good chance he'd be dead. Like, yeah, he should be glad he's not dead.
After my coverage? Did this happen after he was arrested? I don't remember that being on the stream that I skimmed through. That is a serious charge. Then you have the 2 counts of theft if they go after him for taking the motorcycle.
Threatening to rob an elderly lady. So you have this big Russian meathead show up to the Philippines, stealing cops' guns and threatening to rob old ladies? How did you think this was a good idea at all? Yeah, bro, I'm more well-behaved in Schedule 1 than this guy is. This is crazy.
Industrial fan, and then also that face mask, but they returned the face mask pretty quickly.
Yeah,
so
sure.
we'll see what they do there. Then you have the threatening to rob an old lady as well. But what I didn't know until now is apparently if you steal a motorcycle in the Philippines, you can actually get up to life in prison. And this is all due to a newer and stricter law that they put in place around 2016. Now, will he get life in prison? There's no way. But the fact that you would even go to a country and do something that can give you a maximum of life in prison is insane.
It was a stupid decision. And I guarantee you that after this is over, you're not going to have a lot of IRL streamers going over to the Philippines and starting trouble again. They're going to be staying in Japan. I said this before. There's a reason why a lot of these IRL guys don't do this stuff over in China. They don't do this in Dubai. They don't do it in Russia. And everybody knows the reason why. It's because they'd be dead.
Seeing multiple locals say that he could be facing up to 24 years in prison, as it's up to 12 years for each of the counts of theft there.
Wow.
And that's just the theft cases alone. And then you have all these other charges up here as well. So will he get this amount of time? Probably not. But I don't think he's going to just leave the country next week, to put it lightly.
I don't think it would happen.
It seems like...
I mean, I don't think he should. I mean, you take a cop's gun and you're stealing a person's motorcycle. Like, in my opinion, this is antisocial behavior that needs to be punished with jail time. To set an example to everybody else that this type of behavior isn't acceptable.
They very much so want to charge him. So then they go on to say that charges also stem from incidents where Vitaly is seen grabbing a security guard's hat, attempting to seize another guard's firearm, and threatening to rob a woman in Bonifacio Global C. Now, Secretary Romola, who is the guy that essentially had him perp walked out there in front of the whole country. Now, he said that Vitaly will not be deported immediately, but will remain in the Bureau of Immigration Detention Facility to face the charges filed against him. He also emphasized that no special treatment will be given, stating that we're done with foreigners who only insult Filipinos.
Fucking based. Absolutely. Hopefully Japan and Korea can look at this and say, hey, that's a good idea. He's cooked, yep.
This is an example that we are serious here in our country, and we won't let them belittle us.
That's right.
And they also stated that authorities are seeking Vitaly's cameraman, who may also face charges for enabling a commission of crime.
Oh, I love that. AoE damage. Oh, that feels good. That's what you get. Legal mindset to the stream of it. He might be in detention. He might be in detention for 3 to 4 years, or 2 to 3 years before his trial. So they're gonna just put, oh god.
This is a stark contrast from what we've seen Japan do with Johnny Somali, and now maybe even South Korea with Johnny Somali, as they seem to be playing way more softball with him there. In the Philippines, they're not messing around. They had him perp walked out in front of the whole country within a week of an arrest. Within the week of him doing it, they arrested him right away. They arrested him 2 days after my video on him. They arrested him on the 3rd of April.
Maybe there's somebody in the Philippines that's watching like, hey, what the hell is... Son of a bitch. Okay, find him.
Now on the 7th of April, they're having him perp walked out in front of the entire country saying, hey, we're going to make an example out of this guy. This is not okay. This is crazy. Why, as an influencer, would you ever go mess around and do this kind of content, especially not in your home country? Fair enough, if you actually understand the laws of the place that you're in, but still, please, never do stuff like this, because, again,
nobody has any sympathy for nuisance streamers. They don't. They're so annoying. Nobody likes them. Just get them the fuck out, man.
Live in a world where I can walk around in public without having to worry about being harassed by an IRL.
Fucking exactly, yes. People don't want to go out in public and have to live their lives worried about some fucking freak ruining their day.
Streamer, is that so much to ask for? And I feel like everyone in the world deserves that very basic right. If you're out in public, you shouldn't have some IRL streamer harassing you to try to get some sort of reaction so they can monetize it for their live stream.
It's crazy.
It's just not acceptable. But continuing, it says Vitaly's actions have drawn significant criticism, and authorities are committed to ensuring accountability for his conduct in the Philippines. Here's a little snippet where he says that Vitaly has to take accountability for his own content.
People have to take responsibility for the content they create.
Fucking based. So true. I love it.
It is not a license to shame or to hurt or to besmirch anyone. A vlog ang social media ay may kakibat na responsibilidad.
But then Vitaly gets in trouble during the press conference because for some reason the dude just can't stay serious, even though his freedom is literally on the line here. Bro's freedom is literally at stake. And speaking of the other stake, he's also now banned from Kick.com. So that's...
Bro, if you get banned from Kick, this is like being banished from the Shadow Realm. That's crazy.
Stake deal is gone. He has officially been 404'd as he was so worried about becoming.
Before we give our next question, may I just remind Mr. Vitaly to respect the secretary while he is speaking and not say anything or gesture anything that is out of the ordinary. Thank you so much. So may we call on Mr.
Bro.
So may we call on Mr. Rambo from DZXL.
Oh boy, that is the stare of a man who wants to put you under the prison. Vitaly is in for a rough time. Who would have known that harassing people and just making an absolute fool out of yourself and I guess the platform that you represent would get you banned. I feel like it's pretty obvious.
Well, Vitaly had a stake. If he had a deal with Kick and he's going around doing this, like if I was Eddie, I'd ban him too. Bro, we paid you money and you're going around doing this? Get the fuck out of here. Really? What the hell you think you're doing?
I guess people need to be made examples of so others will learn.
That's exactly right.
No one wants this. And not even Kick wants this because Kick does not want to risk being banned in a whole country. So they're just going to quickly ban and get rid of whatever streamer that causes a commotion like that. But then a journalist asked if Vitaly is allowed to speak.
Good morning, Secretary. Jess Cruzat from ABS-CBN News. May I ask if Mr. Vitaly is allowed to speak?
No, not today. Only in the formal inquest.
All right. Okay.
I mean, you could see
he's doing that hand shit, bro. Like he doing that hand. Oh man.
Not today. Only in the formal inquest.
All right. Okay.
I mean, you could see Vitaly's disappointment there.
Yeah.
This is such an insane situation that's just so incredibly self-inflicted, like so many of the other stories that we cover. Why would you ever do this to yourself and to other people? But something I was not
I know why you do it to you do it for content. You do it because people watch you do it. That's the reason. It's not. There's not a mystery here. It's obvious why he's doing it. But the problem is that if the reward outweighs the risk, people will pursue the reward. And so this guy is getting the opportunity to do this because people let him do it.
Was being credited by the police for arresting him or for finding out about this. Because here a day ago, the Taguig City police station posted criminal charges filed against YouTuber Vitaly over viral BGC incident. The Taguig police station has taken swift and divisive action in response against a viral video involving Russian-American YouTuber Vitaly.
That's right.
Who is now facing multiple criminal complaints following an incident at Bonifacio Global City that drew widespread public outrage. Authorities immediately launched an investigation after receiving reports from local
Don't need much of an investigation. You just watch the clips.
Residents and security personnel who allegedly harassed the foreign content creator.
This is like, I feel like if you're a cop, this is like being a fisherman and like a fish jumps out of the fucking, out of the water into your boat. It's like right there. Yeah, they just flopping around. Oh, wow. Okay. Great. Well, fuck. That's easy.
Gathered statements, reviewed complaints before the city's prosecutor's office on April 3rd, 2025. They also coordinated with hotel management and local establishments in the area to secure evidence and ensure accountability. The incident stemmed from a video posted on April 1st, 2025 by the YouTube channel Atozi, titled "Scumbag IRL Streamer Destroys His Life in the Philippines Live."
How do you make, like, like, does he want this to happen? Like, I don't even understand. Is this guy have, like, some kind of, like, a fucking... Does he want to go to jail in the Philippines? Why would you even make that your name?
That title aged very well now.
It sure did.
Was not expecting to see my video in an official police statement, though. I just saw his live stream, and I was like, there's no way this guy's this stupid to be doing that there.
Yeah.
So I made a video on it. The video, which has reached over 600,000 views, shows Vitaly aggressively approaching and filming people in the street in Taguig.
So this guy literally ratted out Vitaly to the Philippines, and now Vitaly might go to jail for over 20 years. Oh my god, bro. If this is true, that's going to be the best thing ever.
Vitaly, 32, was reportedly staying in a hotel in Fort Bonifacio during the visit. On March 31st, around 11 a.m., he was seen walking along Bonifacio High Street where the incident took place. He was caught on video confronting several individuals while making live streaming content for social media. According to reports, these affected include security guards and workers in the area. One guard said that Vitaly forcefully pulled his ID from his neck.
Who is
Another
doing
worker
this?
said that the YouTuber took his hat without permission.
Yeah.
While a third, also a security guard personnel, claimed that the foreigner tried to grab his service firearm. not. Yeah,
Who
okay.
does?
So, I mean, that is a serious charge.
That's insane.
Recognizing the suspect's foreign nationality, the Taguig police also coordinated with the Bureau of Immigration to determine possible violations of immigration
should have
laws.
been.
A formal request was sent to the BI for updates of the YouTuber's current status for guidance and further action.
Wow.
Taguig authorities have issued a strong reminder to all visitors and online content creators to respect local laws.
Duh.
Warning that actions meant to harass or humiliate people, whether it's on camera or not, can have serious consequences. The Taguig City Police Station assured the public.
Just act right. This is what I've been saying forever. Like, I love when these other countries don't put up with this shit. Because, like, there's a lot of these, like, selfish, fucking brain-dead, weird freaks in America that think that the public has to be... Basically, everybody has to exist as a padded room for them to bounce around in. Like, I get to be crazy. I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna do it. And this is it, man. They're acting fucking nuts. I'm so tired of this shit, bro. It's annoying.
That they're continuing to monitor the case and are committed to protecting residents from similar incidents in the future. I mean, shout out the Philippines for handling this so quickly. And also, like, this should definitely not scare anyone from going to the Philippines because they want tourism there. They just don't want people to be live streaming and harassing people in public. It's very easy to go visit a country and not act like the town. That's crazy.
Oh, geez, I just showed up here and I'm stealing a police officer's gun. I'm riding off his motorcycle and I'm gonna rob an old lady. Oh God, how is this happening to me? I'm stealing another police officer's hat. How could this happen? It was all a mistake. I'm sorry, guys.
An official Filipino police statement.
Help it.
Shout out to all my Filipinos. I love you guys. I'm currently in a different setup, as you can see, because I'm currently traveling to go to yet another crazy influencer trial. I guess we just do that now. I've had a lot of fun doing it. So here we're going to another
He went to
case
Johnny
tomorrow,
Somali's
and,
trial.
I have to get up at 5 in the morning. It's currently at 2:41 a.m. So I won't be getting too much sleep because I have to drive for a couple hours tomorrow to get to this court case because it is in the middle of nowhere. But hey, if this video gets like 75,000 likes, I might fly out to the Philippines as well to go to Vitaly's trial. But other than that, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, drop a like on this video so maybe I can go to the Philippines as well. Peace.
Yeah, I'm gonna link y'all the video. Look, let me get to it.
This scumbag.
Bro, this is so fucking funny. This guy is cooked. The Philippines is actually pretty lenient. They need to not be lenient. They need to, guys, we need to have the trial that lands a YouTuber in jail for 10 years. Like, it should have been Johnny Somali. Like, get it to 75K. Yeah, get it up to 75K. Atosi, I watch Atosi's videos a lot. I like him a lot. And, you know, make sure to give him a like. Yeah, you've been killed. You did it in America? Maybe, right? I mean, it's possible. Tell Catchy. Yeah, I'll let her know. And what about the first YouTuber to get the death penalty? Now, I can't say how I would feel about that. But anyway, did Johnny Somali get off free? No, but it seems like he might not be going to jail for 15 years like he should be. Like, in my opinion, I feel like if you go to another country and you intentionally harass and this is especially true whenever you start touching people and you're like, you know, stealing their stuff and destroying property. If you go to another country and you do that, like, this is what I said. Remember what I said about how America, like, you know, Trump is sending some of these clowns over to El Salvador, sending them to the fucking circus. Well, that's what you get. That's life. That's what you're going to have happen. And so when I see this happen, I think to myself, rip bozo. And so, like, I'm a big fan of sending those people to El Salvador. I love it. And so when I see these other countries, and the reason why, here's the reason. Here's the reason why I like it. This is the same way I would feel about this. Is that I don't understand why we tolerate so much antisocial bad behavior. I don't think it helps anybody. It doesn't do anything. It's not good for anyone. It's just negative, harmful, and bad. So yeah, that's the way I feel about it. That's what I think about it. That's where I'm at. It's by design. Well, then let's change the design. That's what I think. It pisses people off. That's it. Yeah, exactly. Build prisons in Greenland. Ooh, I like the sound of that. And the real issue is people that idolize this behavior. I think that there's always going to be a new crop of 12-year-olds that think this is funny. I mean, if you're a little kid, bro, like, you probably think this shit's funny. And I get it. I used to watch bum fights when I was a kid. I understand. Like, I'm not trying to be judgmental on some kid. But the fact is that, like, am I going to judge a kid that thinks it's funny, or am I going to judge the 32-year-old grown-ass motherfucking man that's doing it? I'm going to judge him. I think that's the way, that's the person who needs to get got.